Hello and welcome to this post-Olympic special of The Hard Life. In tonight's programme, what comes after the greatest generation? We look at Spanish football. With the games of the 30th Olympiad now completed, what will be the legacy of the Olympics in terms of venues and of sport? And I get an interview with recent graduate Stu Hardy to find his latest developments for 2012. Hello and welcome to the programme. I'm Stu Hardy. The current generation of Spanish football is regarded by many as one of, if not the greatest in the modern era, as world champions and defending European champions. But the question now is, what comes after the greatest generation? Me has this report.
The Theatre of Dreams, according to Joe Begley, Old Trafford was supposed to be the location of Spain's proving grounds, as they were one of the top-billed teams for Olympic football at London 2012 after their recent Euro success. Unfortunately, that success did not come from Poland and Ukraine. Spain lost their first two games, eliminating them from the competition. Granted, this is not the team from the Euros, but it does signal a drastic change in the Spanish national team. This match against Morocco would be an exhibition that would push Spain into at least third place in their group. But the spark to light the fuse never came. Not even a Mexican wave could ignite the Spanish players. Due to Olympics rules, only 3 players of an Olympic side can be over 23 or veteran players. This is to ensure that each team has equal footing at the Olympics, but in this case it is highlighted that Spain's next generation of football players need a serious boost before they can play for their side in the next World Cup or Euros. The other side of the coin, however, has demonstrated that the Moroccan football team was a suitable equal side for the inexperienced Spanish side. The major difference in the global tournament is that when it comes to funding, Spain will be at a much larger advantage than their opponents of this game. The match concluded 0-0, a stalemate. For the future, this Spanish team is going to need to put some effort in so they don't stale out. Stu Hardy, The Hard Life, Old Trafford.
Interesting stuff there. We'll be talking about Spain later in the programme. Now, with the games of the 30th Olympiad now completed, we go over to Stratford to find out what will be their legacy.
The government recently announced that the funding for Olympic sports will remain the same for Rio 2016. The major changes will occur with the Olympic Park itself after the Paralympics. The Athletes' Village is to be renovated into over 3,000 apartments as part of the renovation of Stratford City. The Riverbank Arena, home of the hockey events, is to be downscaled and moved to the north of the park at Eton Manor. It will host the Euro Hockey Nations Championship in 2015. The basketball arena, an entirely temporary arena, will be removed, and possibly appear in Rio or another future Olympics. The velodrome is one of the few venues to remain unchanged. Although British track cycling will remain in Manchester, events such as Revolution will be making their way to London. There will be major changes for the aquatics buildings. The water polo arena will be entirely deconstructed, while the aquatic centre will lose its wings to reduce the capacity of the building. The Olympic Stadium is a different matter. Bids are coming in from football clubs, Formula One, and even universities to become tenants. The only thing certain to remain is the track, as the stadium is host to the 2017 World Athletics Championships. Despite the changes, there is an assurance that no part of the park is a white elephant. Everything has a use for the games, and once they are finished, they'll either be downgraded or removed completely. For now, it appears as though the London legacy is set to hold. The only place to look is up. Stu Hardy, The Hard Life, the Olympic Park.
Now, hopefully that is a legacy that we can all envision and all keep together. And finally in the programme, I have an interview with recent graduate Stuart Hardy about what his developments are for later on in this year. Now, due to privacy concerns, he's asked for his image to be modified as well as his voice changed, so please bear with us for that. Don't know why, he's just a massive egotist.
Stu Hardy, NASTA winner, ESPN freelancer, just general top spot. What are your plans for the future?
Yeah, well, basically I applied for this placement in Seville, Spain. The last 13 weeks I had a Skype interview about it, and because of that I've now got the placement. So I'll be spending 13 weeks in Seville, Spain, and hopefully I'll be doing a weekly update of the hard life from Seville, Spain, just to let people know how I'm getting on and how I'm doing. So yeah, doing new balls for me, never been to Spain before, gonna have to brush up on my Spanish, but otherwise, yeah, really looking forward to it. Is there a problem?
Oh, sorry, I was bored. Your work with Nottingham University Television Station has been recognised. Can you please go into detail about that?
Yeah, because of my work with Nuts, I've been accepted for an award by the Students' Union.
Yes, and what is that award for?
Well, it's the Student Experience Certificate, so what I can get from that is work with Nuts coupled with experiences at Ocean Nightclub, which I believe is the only reasonable way that I could have got that award.
Okay, final question to you. It has recently been announced on Facebook that good friend Lawrence Bolton came up with the name Die Hards as your fans. Is there any truth to those statements?
Now, I'd just like to cross this rumour now. Okay, what Lawrence posted on my wall was Die Hard Live fans, and from there I adapted it to Die Hards. Now, whether I'll accept that or not is not up to me, but in retrospect, yeah, he came up with the idea and then I adapted it and made it better. Just like anything on the Sports Channel last year with Lawrence and me.
Mr. Hardy, thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem at all, mate.
An interesting development there for Mr. Hardy. We wish him all the best in his future endeavours. And that is it for this Olympic special. Next video will be a reflection as Stu Hardy approaches his 22nd birthday. We'd like you to like this video, leave a comment if needs be, subscribe if you would like to this channel, but most importantly, enjoy this video. Thank you and goodbye.